One of the most special things about Battersea Arts Centre is that it's a public building that has been here for 115 years, and over its history there have been many times when it was nearly closed, and every time that happened the local community were the people who fought to keep it open. Once the council was aware of the local support and the amount of people we were engaging, they could see the benefit for them of helping the centre to remain open. And while they couldn't carry on including the centre's running costs in their budget, what they could do was to work with us towards agreeing the terms of a lease which would allow us to take on the building and manage it ourselves. Once we were in charge of the centre, that gave us all kinds of advantages. For instance, when we're refurbishing, the electrics in the place need replacing. And 3 years ago that was a really terrifying prospect because the council was setting the schedule. Understandably they needed to do it as cheaply and efficiently as possible for them, but we couldn't have any control over which elements of the building were shut at what times. Now that it's in our hands, we can say, well, we can't close down that half of the building at the same time as this half because we need to stay open, we need the public to be able to come in all the time, we need to maintain our activities, and we need to maintain some income so that we can survive through a 3 or 5 year refurbishment. As a community organisation, you often find you're learning on the hoof, and what's really useful is to have somebody with expertise at the end of the phone. One of the traps that we almost fell into early on was feeling that our interests and the council's interests were different. And if you're not careful, that can develop into a mindset where you feel like you're fighting to stay open, or you're even fighting your local authority. And what you need is somebody to step in and help you see that actually you've got some of the same interests at heart. I think that's where something like the Asset Transfer Unit could be really helpful in setting a wider agenda and helping local authorities and local organisations to see the bigger picture and see why it's advantageous to both to help places stay open by transferring them into community hands. So this building's been here for well over 100 years, and its motto from its founding is still, I think it still is true today, which is not for me, not for you, but for us.